Alright guys, what is going on? So some breaking news involving Chelsea. Enzo Maresca is becoming the new Chelsea manager now. Listen, I don't know what Chelsea are doing here. In the video I made about Pochettino, I couldn't believe Chelsea were sacking him. And I can't believe Chelsea are getting Enzo Maresca. I mean, out of anybody, you're getting him, really? To be honest, listen, he may be a good manager, Maresca. I don't know much about him. I can't lie. You know, he did win the championship with Leicester. But I believe any manager would have won the championship with Leicester because they had by far the best team in the league. And, you know, Ipswich ran him very, very close. I think Leicester only won the league by 1 point. So, you know, Maresca did win the league. So, you know, you got to give him credit for that. But I just think this is a really bad appointment by Chelsea. I really don't think Maresca is going to handle and deal with this at all. I think he could fold. You know, last year I said Ange Postecoglou would get sacked. I've been proven very wrong about that, about Ange Postecoglou, because he's doing a brilliant job with Spurs. But I do think Maresca is completely the wrong choice, and I do think he is going to struggle massively. I really do. And, you know, if you look with what Chelsea are doing at the minute with sacking managers, you know, every 12, 18 months, it seems, I can't see Maresca lasting. I can't. Genuinely, I think he could get sacked before the season, before the end of, you know, next season. I think this is a horrible appointment for Chelsea. Listen, fair play to Maresca for taking it on, taking the risk, because it is a risk. You know, managing Chelsea is probably one of the hardest jobs in the world. Not just because, you know, they're a huge team. It's because managers don't really get that long under Todd Bowley, as seen in recent evidence. But out of all the managers, they're going to get this guy, Maresca. Like, you know, they were interested in Kieran McKenna. I think Kieran McKenna was probably their first choice. But obviously, he's now apparently signing a new long-term contract at Ipswich. So fair play to Kieran McKenna for that. I do think if he went to Chelsea or Manchester United, that's his career ruined. Very early in his career, Kieran McKenna. So I think staying at Ipswich is definitely the right move. But yeah, we're not on about Kieran McKenna, we're on about Maresca to Chelsea, and you know, it's going to be interesting because, you know, he is going to have money in the transfer window. He is this summer. Who's he going to buy? I don't know. You know, I don't really know the style of his football. You know, Chelsea did say they wanted a young, bright, upcoming manager who plays progression football. And Chelsea must think that, you know, Maresca is the guy for that. I don't know, because, to be honest, I barely watched the Championship last season. I think the only Championship game I watched was the playoff final, and that was only a couple of days ago. So, yeah, I really do not know much about him. Apparently, he was at Manchester City's academy. I think it was like managing like the under teams behind the first team. And he also was at a Serie A club, which I've literally forgot. But, you know, I think he's only had 1 year at Leicester as well. Like, he's had 1 year at Leicester, 1 season at Leicester. I just think the jump it's gonna be far too big for him, and I think he's gonna crumble. I do. You know, I think Chelsea under Pochettino, I think I said this in the video about Poch when he got sacked, was if Chelsea would have kept Pochettino, you know, I think they would have been challenging for top 4 next season. But now they're getting a completely new manager in. I think they're going to struggle to get top 6. You know, I think this is a really bad move by Chelsea. You know, you're sacking Pochettino, who is, listen, he's not the best manager in the world, but he's renowned as a very, very good manager. And, you know, he was doing things at Chelsea. Chelsea had a very good end of the season. You know, they were starting to build some momentum. and then bang, he's sacked. Mutual agreement, it wasn't mutual, they sacked him, and now they're getting this guy in. Chelsea, they're a mess of a club, an absolute mess. You know, Todd Bowley, he hasn't got a clue what he's doing. He doesn't know anything about football, and it would not surprise me if Todd Bowley sacks this guy within the next 12 months. Seriously, it would not surprise me, because this seems to be the cycle of Chelsea. You know, this is what Manchester United did for 10 years, and hopefully with Manchester United now, we found a manager in Erik ten Hag who you know, we're set with, and even that, you know, Ten Hag might still get sacked, but like, you know, Chelsea doing what United did, sacking managers every year, 2 years, 3 years. It's not stable, and you can't build anything if you do that, because you know, I think Pochettino was finally finding a style, you know, a play style with Chelsea and his players, and that's just gone. And now Maresca's got to come in, you know, get his style of football drilled into the players. You know, that could take about 2-3 months. You know, and I just think it could be a very sticky season next season for Chelsea. Listen, Maresca, I'm a United fan. Obviously, I don't want Chelsea to do well, but I think for him personally, I think he's got to do well, because if he fails this, you know, that could be his career over. I don't know how old he is, but he must be young, because Chelsea wanted a young manager. But yeah, it's a strange decision by Chelsea. I can't see the vision. I can't see the direction in which this is going. But clearly Todd Bowley must see something in him, because why has he gone for him? You know, I think if I was Chelsea, listen, I know people don't really like De Zerbi, but I would have gone for De Zerbi. You know, if I'm Chelsea, I think maybe not even De Zerbi. Like, there's so many better managers out there than this guy. I'm sorry, there is. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens next season at Chelsea. I do think they're going to struggle massively. But we'll see. We will see. But yeah, strange one for Chelsea. But guys, let me know in the comments what you think of Enzo Maresca going to Chelsea. I'm baffled by this decision. But yeah, guys, please like, subscribe, turn on notifications, share this video around with people. We do have the Premier League Awards video going out on Friday. And then also we have going out next week the Premier League prediction reaction. The reason I'm doing it late is because I did a Champions League reaction in it, and I'm waiting until the Champions League final's over to do it, so that's why it's going to be uploading next week. But this one is going to get uploaded today, Friday the awards, next week the Premier League predictor. But yeah guys, that's the schedule, so you're all aware. But yeah, thanks for watching, catch you later.